everyone, it is Jazz here. Today I am sharing my to be read for Tome Topple Round 7. It is a fabulous readathon that is taking place from November 16th to November 29th this time around, and it's all about reading books that are 500 pages and over, aka tomes. It's a really fun readathon, so I will link you to the announcement video in the description so that you can learn more about the fabulous hosts and also more about the activities that are going on and things like that. I kind of feel crazy joining Tome Topple this time around because I feel like my to be read is mounting, and I am also in the middle of several books, and I'm also busy. But you know what? I'm still doing Tome Topple because I love it so much, and I always have so much fun doing Tome Topple. And even if I'm not successful, I still feel like reading with the community will make me feel like a winner. Also, I have tomes to be read. So let's jump into the challenges and what I plan to read and all that jazz. The challenges for Tome Topple are very standard and very awesome. They are to read more than one tome, to read a graphic novel, to read a book that is part of a series, to buddy read a tome, and lastly, to read an adult novel. I think I have covered with my choices pretty much every challenge except for buddy read a tome. I just don't think I'm gonna get a time or chance to really buddy read anything, so I'm gonna just bypass that one, but the rest is fun. So the first thing that I'm going to read is something that I've been reading forever, but I found that the best way to read this book is during Tome Topple because it just super inspires me. So that, of course, is this little monster, Le Mort d'Author by Sir Thomas Malory. So last time I did Tome Topple, which was round 6, I decided to incorporate reading just a little bit of this into my Tome Topple, regimen, and it was the best way, I think, to tackle this book. I think I'm just going to continue reading this only when Tome Topple runs around because it just works for me to do it that way. Now, last time I read 2 sections of this book because it's separated in sections. I'm going to try to do that again and read sections 9 and 10 of this. Now, the only thing about that is sections 9 and 10 are quite long, and because this is in Middle English, it is really tough for me to read more than 25 to 50 pages in one sitting of this. So I don't know if I'm going to get through both of those, but I'm going to give my best effort because if I finish part 10, I will be really past the halfway point, which will make my heart have joy. And so, yes, gonna definitely attempt to daily or at least every other day of Tome Topple get some of this read. For the graphic novel challenge, I'm going to try to complete this grouping of volumes 1 through 3 of the manga Bleach. Did start this a little bit, and honestly, it didn't capture my eye, but I think a lot of it was just a mental thing of trying to get through 500 pages of this. So I think maybe if I use this for the readathon, I'll be a little bit more yes, Bleach. I'm going to finally tackle Dune by Frank Herbert. I have always wanted to read this, but I have also felt very intimidated by this book, not just because of the length, but because it's very high sci-fi, probably I would figure with a few little fantasy elements, and it has a glossary and an index. That sort of type of book can be sort of intimidating, but I'm thinking that I will listen to some of this in audiobook. The structure of the audiobook seems kind of odd because it has some dramatized parts, apparently people say, and then it also has some where the reader just reads it, which is a little strange, but it could also be kind of cool. So we'll see how that goes. Even though my to be read that I've already mentioned already is pretty ambitious, I still feel like I would like to squeeze in one more tome if possible, and I don't know which one tome I should pick, but I have 2 choices, and I guess whatever mood strikes me, I'll pick up whichever book. The first one is Needful Things by Stephen King. I've had this book forever. I've not been in the mood to read it because my mom read it and she's like, it's good, but the ending is one of those like evil kind of one kind of endings. And I have to be in the mood for that. But I am possibly in the mood for this. However, I also would like to tackle the book The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley, just because I've always been intrigued by it. And the only reason I haven't read it yet is because it's long and seems kind of like dense in world building and whatnot. But I may be in the mood for it. Also, it's this like nice, comfy, like floppy paperback. Also, this might be a cool companion to Lemort to Author because, you know, I'll be reading two Arthurian legend kind of works. But I haven't decided between these two. I guess when I make my washi tape checklist, you will see which one I have chosen. That is my overly ambitious to be read for Tome Topple. I do, however, think my goal in this and reading these two books is possibly doable for the 2 weeks. And if I get around to these other two, I will be happy. That will just be an extra plus. Tome Topple does have Instagram challenges, which I do intend to do for most, if not all, of the days. So I have, as always, linked all my social medias below. You can definitely follow me on Instagram if you want to see some Bookstagram-y type pictures. I'm debating doing a reading vlog for this. I will probably structure it like the first 7 days and then a separate video for the second 7 days if I do decide to do that. If you want to see that, tell me in the comments and I will definitely think about doing it. Let's hope that if I do vlog this readathon that I will not get sick like I've done every single time I've tried to vlog a readathon. I have so much fun vlogging them, but I have no fun being sick. So wish me luck. That is it for today, my fabulous peeps. I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.